So this caught my eye. Resident Evil 9 was originally a big open world multiplayer game with Leon and Joe, underwent a major reboot in 2021 report. So was this supposed to be a mixture between Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3? Because looking at this image right here, it looks like they're in Raccoon City. Like in the sewers. Maybe it merged. But how would it be for open world? That'd be interesting. So let's see what they were saying. What they reported. This is also from the Game Post, so make sure I'll have that linked. It says that Resident Evil 9 was once planned as a huge open world multiplayer game starring Leon and Jill before Capcom hit reset in 2021, according to new insider info. Resident Evil 9 hasn't even been officially revealed yet, but it's already become one of the most talked about games in the franchise history. With Capcom staying quiet, fans are left picking apart every leak and rumor that shows up online. There's been everything from supposed storylines to fake playtest details, and even speculation about which classic characters could be making a return. They should bring back Barry, just saying. All the chatter has only fueled the excitement, especially as people look for clues about where the series could go next after Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil Village was good. I remember playing that a while ago. I'm gonna have to run that back. Let's see. We've seen reports about possible new settings, returning favorites like Jill and Leon as a supposed big reinvention that could change up everything fans expect. Altering timelines, maybe? Let's see. Let's see. Now, new info from a well-known Resident Evil insider has shed some light on what's actually been going on behind the scenes. And it turns out Resident Evil 9 could have been a totally different game than what's now in the works. Resident Evil 9 original direction and the 2021 reboot. Known Resident Evil leaker Dusk Golem shared some new details about the long-awaited sequel in a post on X. According to them, development for Resident Evil 9 actually started way back in early 2017, right after Resident Evil 7 launched. Capcom's expectations for Resident Evil 7 sales weren't met at first, so it decided to go in a new direction for the next main game. Originally, Resident Evil 9 was planned to be a massive open world multiplayer game. Man, that actually sounds kind of cool. The early concept had Leon and Jill as the main characters taking on a story set on a fictional island inspired by Singapore. Wasn't there a show? There's an animated movie of Resident Evil. I think I think it was in Singapore, but they were like on an island. It was like something with an airport, and the airport was overrun with zombies and stuff because somebody was infected. And like the main culprit, it wasn't Umbrella, it was Tricell from Resident Evil 5. So I'm wondering if that had anything to do with it. Actually, hold on, let me see the Resident Evil Death Island. Chris Redfield and his team investigated a zombie outbreak in San Francisco. They follow a clue that leads to them in Alcatraz Island. Okay, so that wasn't it. I think it was Damnation. Let's see. Leon Kennedy sneaks into a former Soviet state to investigate rumors of bioorganic weapons being used in their civil war. He is immediately ordered to evacuate, but he ignores the order to stop the weapons from being used. No, this was in the city. That was actually a pretty good one. Was it Degeneration? Maybe? Yeah. Harvardville Airport has been contaminated with a suspicious virus. The situation escalates after the Marine Corps stormed the airport. A chaos of killings and mutation breaks out. It could be this one, I think. But it wasn't in Singapore. I can't remember exactly where the place was. So, or like where it was, like where the actual like location was at. But very interesting. Okay. It does sound cool. Like, I wonder how that would be, because they said it's multiplayer. So is it just only Jill and Leon, or do you play as other characters and then like, you just get like assistance from Jill and Leon, like, hey, we need to evacuate or we need to go here or something like that? That'd be kind of cool. I would actually, you know what? I would kind of like to see like an MMO. Oh, not it. Oh, I was gonna say it would be kind of cool to see an MMO of Resident Evil, but I wonder how that would work. Like if it was just in Raccoon City, you are just a normal person and you are trying to evacuate, or you can be somebody that plays as Stars, or you can play as Umbrella. That'd be kind of sick. And if you want to make it PvP, then have an area where you can do like PvP where it's like stars versus Umbrella, and you can just duke it out, I guess. That'd be kind of cool. I was gonna say an extraction shooter, but it seems kind of a reach. A zombies extraction shooter, it'd be kind of interesting to see. I think Resident Evil would probably be able to try and pull it off, but I don't know. It all depends. It all depends how they would go by in doing it, but that's just my brain just going off. But anyway, let's see here. The big departure from the usual Resident Evil formula and was meant to be the opposite of Resident Evil 7. Project kept moving for a few years, but things changed in a big way once Resident Evil Village came out. Dust Golem says that Capcom decided to hit reset in 2021, giving Resident Evil 9 a heavy reboot. While Leon is still a major character in the new version, a lot of the original ideas like multiplayer and Jill's big role have been dropped or changed completely. I just want to see what the multiplayer was going to be like. But still give the option of single player, but like multiplayer as well. So then they say here's a full statement of Dust Golem he posted. It says, Resident Evil 9 originally started development in 2017. Andy says 2016 or 2017, but it was in early 2017 after Resident Evil 7 underperformed at launch to Capcom's expectations. Resident Evil 7 went on to have huge tail in sales, but this was a bit reactionary. And the original version of Resident Evil 9 was trying to be the opposite of Resident Evil 7, i.e. big open world multiplayer game. Resident Evil 9 originally starred Leon and Jill on a fictional island based off Singapore. However, again, this is the old Resident Evil 9. The project got a pretty heavy reboot in 2021 around the time Village came out. Though a few things stayed the same, like Leon is still the main character, Dust Golem also claimed that another project, a Rebecca Chambers focused Revelations 3, was canceled in 2022. So damn, they were working on multiple titles, right? Because when did what Resident Evil game came out? Resident Evil Resistance was released in April 2020, followed by Resident Evil Reverse in 2022. Okay, and then let's see here. Both being available for free for those who bought Resident Evil 3 and Village respectively. Oh, I think I have Reverse, but I never played it because it wasn't out yet. So they were like that is crazy. They were working on multiple titles while this was happening, because they said Resident Evil Reverse. You had Resident Evil 7, or no, Resident Evil 7 came out, but they were working on Resident Evil 9. Resident Evil 8, I believe they were working on as well. Then there's also Resident Evil 4 remake of the remake. Because we all know that was like remade so many damn times. So that's actually very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see here. What else did it say? They said, as always, it's important to note that none of this has been officially confirmed by Capcom, and plans can always change behind the scenes. So we suggest taking everything with a grain of salt. Yeah, that's true. And then what do you think of Resident Evil 9's original plans? Would you have wanted a big multiplayer game, or would you be happy with a traditional game? I mean, they could. It's a tough one. This one's actually a tough one for me to think about, because multiplayer would be kind of sick. I know Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, like that game was kind of funny to play because it was multiplayer, but you're playing as Umbrella, and that one was kind of interesting to me. But it wasn't like a big multiplayer type of game. Now, I don't know if how they're going to go with it, like if it's open world and how they were going to go by it. I don't know if they're going to do like Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village, how they have it in first person, or were they going to do like Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil remakes of 2 and 3. I don't know if they're going to do the third person version of it. So that was going to be interesting. But also, I just want to know how many players would be available for multiplayer, because it seems kind of cool to think about it. But it's in an island in Singapore, so like I wonder what the main objective would be, like to escape. But like I just want to know like how the story would go. Like, were they on vacation or something, or was it an assignment and then something happened and then like you're trying to escape the island, or are you trying to like help people evacuate? Like there's so many things that are just like going through my head that I'm like, it would seem so cool to play and try out. Like it would really be kind of cool to actually, it would be cool, not kind of cool. It'd be cool to play and try out and see where they were going to go with it. Working with man, that'd be cool to work with Capcom. Honestly, I know I'm working with EA and everything, but my contract's about to end though. So I really wonder what it would be like. It'd be very interesting. Well, whatever it is, I hope that they go through the process. They like seriously, they go through the process of everything. They plan everything out. I mean, I'm talking about design documents up the wazoo and like going off of each other's ideas and seeing what works, what doesn't work, people challenging people's ideas. I hope that's what happens. I really do. I really hope this happens, because so far the Resident Evil games have been solid. They've been pretty good. But we know like what has been happening lately with the gaming industry. I don't want to see a blemish, I guess you would say, on Resident Evil, because Resident Evil has been killing it. They have been killing it with their games. Like it's just good. It's good. I might have to play Resident Evil Village again at some time, like stream that sometime and do like a whole playthrough. And then also Resident Evil 7, because I think I have that as well. So, and I have Resident Evil 4, but that's on GameCube. If you guys want to try, if you guys want to see that, let me know now. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see like a live stream of that and have a recording of it, like a whole playthrough recording, or what. Just let me know. But it's off the channel. I'll see you guys next time. And also let me know what you guys think about Resident Evil 9. What are your thoughts about it? Because I would love to hear this. So, but off the channel. See you guys next time. Peace.